hello there, my Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your soulmate reading. I apologize it took me a while to get it out. I already had one recorded. It would not upload to YouTube. Played fine on my laptop, but YouTube wasn't having it, so it didn't. So I'm re-recording it. So I apologize. It is a little late. But guess what? You're going to be the first reads out the door for the What Do I Need reads for new moon to full moon next, right? For December into January 2020. So bringing in a new deck for that, the KAHN healing mantra deck. So you know, you're getting a little sort of a bonus. Whatever. You get me. If you are new to my channel, please welcome. I am your reader for the moment, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and actually very happy to be reading for you this afternoon. I've got the day to do nothing but leaving for Saratoga on Sunday for a week. Going to be working at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs, doing readings there on Monday, and I think, what is it, the day, maybe the 26th, the 27th, I think I'm reading there as well, and then heading back on the 27th or the 28th. So yeah, it's going to be good to see family up in Saratoga and work and hang out, because it's a fun place to be. And then I'm going to miss my kitties and come home. Cool. So I'm going to be bringing my recording equipment with me, so I'm going to probably get the What Do I Need reads done relatively quickly. They're usually not very long, and then get into the Twin Flames while I'm up there. We'll see how many of them I get done. Since my readings are timeless anyway, it kind of takes the pressure off because it is the holidays, right? So let's get down to business. This is a collective read, my Aries, so please do check your other signs. Not every reading is going to fit for everybody. Even if I read like dead on the money for you every single time, it's okay if things don't always click, and there's lots of Aries in the collective, just as there are lots of everything in every collective, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, whoever, whatever. So please do check your other signs. Take what resonates, move on, because this is supposed to be a fun read. The soulmate ones are particularly Twin Flames. Different story. We are going to be looking at divine masculine, divine feminine, just as a way to differentiate between two different people, two different souls in a soul contract. It's not about bodily gender. I really do consider myself predominantly divine feminine. Get to know me, it's like that way, but you know, you put me around the right guy, I go divine masculine. It's just weird how that works. I think being an empath, being energy sensitive, intuitive, divine feminine predominantly, that kind of just goes along anyway. It's just being aware of it, right? So you'll be able to know within the first couple of minutes of cards hitting the table which side you are on, but remember, it can also mirror both sides, because we are all one and we all have both divine masculine and divine feminine. Please do check out my description box, as there are a bunch of different links in there. One for Drunk Tarot, which please do like and subscribe once I hit 1,000 subscribers plus, and I have access to super live chat. I will be doing super live chats on the regular, but Drunk Tarot at least once a month for the first couple of months to see how that goes. So do check that out. My book is on sale. I took $10 off the price, $24.95 to $14.95. Words of Grace. Trust me, it's good. It'll help you get through the holidays and really start your year with grace. Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. You just go to my website, read the reviews. The reviews are really good, helping a lot of people. And I'm glad I wrote it last year, put it out at Yule, so that's why I marked it down. It's been out a year. It's a year old for December. Cool, cool, cool. Please remember to breathe. Oh, and that soulmate relationships, that, you know, this is the conversation. There are links in the description box below. KAHN did a video redefining soulmates and twin flames. I did one called Clarifying Twin Flame Soulmates and True Lovers, just so that we get what a soulmate really is, at least in terms of this reading. Other people can call it whatever they want and play by their own rules. This is, as a reader, as a spiritual teacher, and as a soulmate, think of yourself that way, you already are a soulmate, we are looking at a pre-incarnational contract that can be in all different forms of relationship: romantic, sexual, familial, right, parent-child, sibling, best friend, coworker, We have lots of soulmates coming and going in our lives. The bottom line of the soulmate contract is you help each other heal. To me, that is, like every contract, there's one thing, like one platform, if you want to boil it down, the main intention, and that's what a soulmate contract is. However, in these readings, we are looking at the romantic, intimate, sexual soulmate, satisfying, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. You'll hear me call it out as I shuffle the cards. Because it's really great that we have all those other different types of soulmates in our lives. And, you know, my mother and I are soulmates. Soulmate contract, just lovely. Can't wait to see her over the holidays. But I want my happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic soulmate partner. Because, yeah, it's time. And have we ever had it before? Have we ever had a happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, fully integrated, romantic, intimate, sexual partnership? I don't know. I think we've had moments of it, but lifetime after lifetime, it's time, I think. Seems to be not just me. So that's what this reading is for. Help you identify where you are in this contract that has already been scripted, already been written, already part of the divine plan. Cool, cool. Now, breathe. The more you breathe, the more you're in the present moment. The more you're in the present moment consciously, you're going to be in the present moment anyway. The more you're in alignment with each inhale, each exhale, right? Breathing in the chi, the prana, the grace, the guidance to fulfill this moment and to exhale that blessing out into the world. It's the same process. I'm inhaling the quantum thread from the quantum field for the Aries collective in a soulmate contract, breathing it out through words, right? Getting my own clairvoyant, empathic guidance and grace. Cool? Are you with me? Breathe. Let's do this. May the last reading of this series begin. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves have all involved. Off to the races, please. One card for the divine feminine in this Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign soulmate contract for December-ish 2019, timeless. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic soulmate contract, please. One card, one archetype for the divine feminine. What's her dominant soul power? And while we're here, please, one for the divine masculine in this Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign soulmate contract. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. Oh, intimate, romantic, sexual soulmate contract, divine masculine. Let's look. On the divine feminine, we've got the MIDAS, MISER. Now, this is one of the cards that came up in the last reading. It was, however, in the masculine position. Interesting. You saw me shuffle the crap out of them cards. And for the divine masculine position, we have got the Prince archetype. So it can be that collective reading now, we're looking at it more in the divine feminine. I don't know. Go figure the quantum. I think maybe when we croak, we get to see how this shit works. But I'm going to roll with it, particularly because we've got the Prince archetype. The Midas Miser, I believe, is the wild card family. Pretty sure it's either wild card or creative, with the entrepreneurial aspects, probably more the creative. The creativity family, but the Prince archetype is definitely part of the masculine family. So I'm going to read the definitions, light and shadow, for this, so you get the gold to light, the lead to gold balance, the light to shadow balance, so that you can kind of feel out which one you are. Again, you might be both. And that might be mirrored in the relationship as well, but so that you get what you are healing in yourself in process of manifesting this soulmate contract, as well as what this soulmate contract is helping both of you heal, right? The miser, Midas, in the shadow, right? Think about someone who's holding on, a miser, a hoarder. The shadow attribute, hoarding money and emotion, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Now, certainly for a divine feminine, it was different when it was the divine masculine, because we almost expect masculine energies to sort of hoard their emotions, right? Not let people know what's going on. In the divine feminine, however, that is a very different dynamic, isn't it? Because the divine feminine is the emotional, intuitive, the yin, the receptive, the hidden anyway, right? So to hoard those emotions And pair with that an obsessive fear of losing wealth, which is, I mean, is this the divine feminines? Is everybody feeling that on some level? I know people with a lot of money who are obsessively terrified of losing their wealth, even though, like, I don't know that they could spend it all in one lifetime. But do you know what I mean? It's like obviously obsessive and fear, not based in truth, right? That there's some shadow shit going on there. And so to move that, to alchemize that towards the beauty that is the light of the MIDAS, right? The MIDAS touch, turning things to gold. Entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches, not just the money part of it. Yeah, sure, I guess the money part of it, but the food, the laughter, the affection, the joy of life, right? As well as that entrepreneurial creativity to turn anything to gold in a situation, even a situation itself, even a conversation, right? Lovely soul power for the divine feminine. For the divine masculine, we have romance in here. This is one of the few romantic archetype cards in this deck that actually say the word romance in it. But let's start with the shadow, the lead, the prince. Think the prince of darkness. Using power for self-aggrandizement. That's a great word, self-aggrandizement. To make yourself larger than you actually are. Puffing up your chest, puffing up your ego. Making yourself look more important, more worthy than you actually feel. Now, if we're going to talk about somebody's actual worth, we're all the quantum field. We are all children of the divine. We are all worth this entire universe manifesting so that we can heal, learn, grow, become the best that we can be, and fulfill our role in the universe's divine plan. The divine plan. The ineffable. Would this be the ineffable divine plan? Yes, it would be that one, right? We don't understand it all. So therefore unnecessary to self-aggrandize. It's such a grand word, aggrandized word, right? Where the light attribute, romantic charm, and potential for power. The archetype of the prince is a very fun archetype. I have it. I am a prince in my family. I'm not a king. I am the third prince, which usually ends up being king in one way, shape, or form. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'm very, very glad to be the youngest prince in my family kingdom, so to speak. I get to be the witch, and I get to be gay, which sometimes works that way, right? The youngest child, big shock. So that romantic charm and potential for power, right? Great fun, such fun, such fun, such fun, right? A nice combo here, because with that divine feminine, again, we're not talking bodily gender here, but that Midas, miser, particularly perhaps with the emotions, a bit more golden, a bit more generous with them, and the prince sort of with that romantic charm. This could be lovely, lovely, lovely fun for a soulmate contract, reason, season, or lifetime. Remember, not every soulmate contract lasts forever. Reason, season, lifetime. We're going to clarify the divine feminine Midas with 5 Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Fire, earth, air, water, spirit, element spread. You'll see as I call them out. Please breathe. Oh, my goddesses, please. 5 cards. Fire, earth, air, water, spirit for this divine feminine Midas, miser archetype in this soulmate contract for the Aries collective. Please, 1 card. What is her element of fire? What does she want? Face down. Element of earth. What is the wax and the wick that feed the fire of the flame? What is the fuel? Her element of earth. What is she thinking about this? What is the air that feeds the fire? What is she thinking? Element of air. Her water. What is she feeling about all of this? The balance of fire and water. What is she feeling about this soulmate contract? Element of water, please. And the point of view, or the voice of her soul, the card of spirit, please. What is the voice of her soul? Card of spirit. Let's look for the Midas miser. What does she want? 9 of flames. Now, we're used to seeing the 9 of flames usually as that dude with the sticks, bandaged and bruised. This is not so much walking away, but the wanderer, right? is so close to having the Ten of Wands, the completion, which in this deck is the Hora, the dance, the Hava Nagila. Bar mitzvah is bat mitzvah's wedding. It's a thing of celebration. So different than what we're used to seeing in the nine and the Ten of Wands in the Daughters of the Moon, which is why I love this deck. That this is the Wanderer saying, okay, I've got just about everything I need, but there's still something missing. And what's that over that horizon? Like, she wants. It's a fire card. It's a desire card. It's like, I want my completion. Let's take this all the way. It's like, I've done the work. And you can see that in the Rider-Waite deck. You know, that sort of like, fucking standing around, is it this way? Where's my shit, right? What's going on here, right? I've been trying to turn this shit to gold for a while. Touch, 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 touch. Working on it. Almost there. What has she got? What is the wax, the wick that feeds the flame, the fuel? Well, the dream. The card of the Fool, the dreamer. Not jumping off a cliff here, a leap of faith, but putting her intention, her dream, into action simply by stirring her finger in the bend of a river, right? Altering the quantum field, the quantum flow with her dream. So has at least a clear intention, right? Has a clear dream. Now, what do I mean by a clear dream? It's the Fool card, right? It's not the first, it's not the last, it's the zero, it's the between the worlds, which is, walk between the worlds. It is that place of being in touch with the all while then coming down into the individual, right? From the to the taking that first step, which technically is moving into the card of the Magician in this deck, the Witch. So intention being put into play, but with faith and with some knowledge and wisdom. The Fool, that's why I love it's called the Dreamer, not the Fool, because it doesn't imply, there may be innocence, but not naivete. There's a difference, right? What is she thinking? Excellent card. The card of celebration in this deck, the card of judgment, where something is revealed. Now, if you look at where these women are, I say it every time the card comes up, it looks like a bunch of women at a women's gathering, dancing around a central point in the mountains. But then if you pull back and look again, you see that they are dancing on the belly of the Great Mother. The pubic bush in the background, you can see the thighs, you can see the breasts. It's like, oh my God, we all do come from the mother, right? We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return. It is that moment of revelation where something is revealed and that there is something celebratory in it. So something has been revealed or is in the process of being revealed to this divine feminine, something very much about her dream, about what she really wants in terms of a soulmate. And her desire is to now move forward and get it, right? The Nine of Wands, though maybe a little battered and bruised, might be a little tired, a little exhausted, a little overspent, willing, right? Element of fire, will, choice, desire, willing, right? What is she feeling about all of this? Well, 3 major arcana cards in a row, the Sun. Emotionally fulfilling, like feeling it. Oh, well, if this could be that they've met, right? This could be, or really that this is just so much part of the desire, right? So much of the element of earth here in terms of this card of the dreamer, that the dream itself is so satisfying mentally as more and more is being revealed, because sometimes a really clear inspiration, a download from the divine, and particularly downloading new aspects of a contract, it is very revelatory, very mentally satisfying, and certainly emotionally satisfying, with the card of the Sun in the position that there is a true soul alignment. The divine is at work here. 3 cards out of 4 major arcana. Let's check that last one for the soul just to be sure. Not major arcana, but we're happy for it. We've got the card of play. The 6 of Flames, Bastet, the Egyptian cat goddess of play. Now, remember, I have cats, right? If you have cats, you know that there's play, and then there's that moment where it turns, right? You want to keep it in balance, that 6, to stay in balance. Not I-M balance, in balance, to keep that shit leveled out. Now, that might very well have to do with the ability for the Midas and the Miser to change on a dime, right? To be like very, very generous and very, very cold and withholding the next. So keep that in balance if you are the divine feminine in this soulmate contract, because it feels like this is very much what you want, but there's also that thing perhaps of opening up the throttle too soon, too fast, too. Modulating it. Play is the word. Play, not conquer. not kill. No, although fine lines of definition. I know when you're hungry for it, when you're thirsty for it, when it's been a while. But this feels very spiritually aligned and really a lot of fun. It's just spirit and fire, right? It's just major arcana cards and wands. Fabulous. Let's look at the prince. He's in for a good time. We're going to use the Mythic Tarot, Juliet Sharman Burke. Same process. 5 cards, fire, earth, air, water, spirit. You get it? Please breathe. Oh my gods, please. 5 cards, fire, earth, air, water, spirit for this divine masculine prince archetype. And you know I love my prince archetype. So I love the prince archetype. When he's in his gold, there's nothing golder. When it's in his shadow, there's nothing more enticing and tempting and just wrong. So let's have a look. All right, my gods, please. 5 cards for the divine masculine prince archetype in this Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Satisfying, sexual, intimate relationship, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, soulmate contracts. For December-ish 2019. Okay. Though ultimately timeless, please. We're just going to pull them one at a time anyway. 1 card. What is his element of fire? What does he want? That felt clear. What is his earth? What does he have to help him get what he wants? The earth to feed the fire. What is the air? What is he thinking? What is he thinking about this soulmate dealio? What is his element of water? What is he feeling? Thank you. A little bit of a stutter on that as 2 cards tried to jump. And last card, please, an indication. His soul. What is the voice of the soul, or the POV, the point of view of the soul, for this delightful, let's hope, prince archetype? What does he want? Interesting. The 10 of Wands, she wants the 9. She's at the 9 of Wands, right? Moving in that direction. So it does feel like this is a desired thing for both of them, whether or not they have encountered each other or not, whether that they have met. Now, you know, 10 of Wands, we see it as the completion and putting down of a burden. But like I said, the 10 in this deck is very different. It's celebratory. So yeah, there's the cleaning up after the party, but can we have the party? Can we have the Ace of Wands fully manifested through the journey as the 10? Yes, absolutely we can. And it feels like both of them want this. But like he might really be ready for, you know what? Let's establish this. Let's do this. Let's sign this contract. Let's get this going in terms of a full-on manifestation, which kind of feels like they know each other. Kind of feels like because they both want wands, 1 a 9, 1 a 10, that they've had some experiences, and if they haven't met each other, then everything that they've been through is preparing them for this, which is true of anyone, anytime, anywhere, mind you. But that the fulfillment of this, they both very much want the fulfillment. So what's in his element of earth? Well, the card of the lovers. Now here we go. Major Arcana card now for him. They both have major arcana. She's got the dreamer, the fool. He's got the lover's card. So he really does have a decision to make. Does it have to be love, power, or wisdom, or can it be love, power, and wisdom? To take the love of the heart, the wisdom of the mind, and the will of the throat chakra, the choice, the decision to bring all that power, love, wisdom, power together to make a loving, powerful, wise decision. That's what the romantic charm and potential for power is really about. Will he choose? Will he choose? Not that it's all about the divine masculine, whether that this goes the way he wants or gets what he wants, but that there is a decision about who he wants to be here, whether he wants to be in that shadow or in that light, moving forward in this contract, which everybody has that choice, right? So what's he thinking about this? The card of the Fool. They both have the card of the Fool, but he's got it in his mind. So this is more contemplative, mental for him, where she's the dreamer, her element of earth feels like she's jumping, or she has jumped, right? She has taken the action. She has moved, yes, maybe in between the old cycle and the new, but in that space very, very clearly, right? That leap of faith. where him still contemplative, which does make sense because this is a life-changing decision. Heart of the Lovers isn't always about romance. Feels like in this spread it is, because that's the context. But a life-changing decision nonetheless, right? The Fool card, thinking about it so emotionally, what's going on here? Another 3 major arcana cards in a row. The Wheel of Fortune. It's time. It's time. He's waited. I mean, he wants the 10. She wants the 9. He wants the 10. This has been going on for a long time for him, so it feels like, though he may make mistakes, who the fuck doesn't, when it comes to this decision, not head over heart, but integrating the head and the heart, bringing congruency to the divine mind and the divine heart, right? The all-knowing mind, the all-loving heart, with the power of the choice, decision, the holy choice. Sacred choice. Sacred decision. The card of the soul. 3 of Wands. So they both got fire cards. He's got the 3. She's got the 6. This is about loyalty. This is about waiting. He has been waiting. Lifetimes. Now look, every relationship we have in one way or another, whether twin flame or soulmate, contributes to our growth. 2 very drastically different types of contract. Go watch Matt Kahn's video, then mine, right? I recommend his first because he's the one who gave me the piece that, oh my God, like he really gave me the combo to that safe, where I was able to unlock the rest of it myself because I had some of the codes myself. You kind of get that this is lifetime after lifetime. And many different relationships, really culminating in this relationship forever and evermore. Who knows? That's part of the divine plan. We don't know. But definitely the balance of tarot here, they want the same thing. And they want it together. It's just in the collective. Whether or not everybody's met or not, I don't know. Up to you. You would know. Please comment. We're going to get 2 cards. Whispers of Love Oracle from the higher selves of all involved. One for the divine feminine, one for the divine masculine. We'll see what that clarifies. Please breathe. Ah, the higher selves of all involved. Please, 1 card for this divine feminine MIDAS MISER archetype in this Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, soulmate contract. Oh, yeah. Please, 1 for this divine feminine, please. A message, a whisper of love from the higher self, and please, 1 for this divine masculine. Please, this divine masculine prince archetype, a message from the higher self. That both of them felt good. This one felt better, though. Let's do her, ladies first. So, Midas, Miser, divine feminine. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. And, you know, I have to say, particularly with revelation, in the mental field, yeah, sure, it can happen while you're shopping. It can happen anywhere. Revelation, it's sort of timed that way. However it's supposed to play, it's going to play out. But, you know, we look at the classic figures. They're usually out in nature, right? They're usually in some way on their own or in a place of silence and stillness that I know for myself. It's in stillness that things are revealed to me most of the time. Right? So that thing of rest and relaxation, yes, you want to play, but the soul needs to bring that up naturally. Opportunities will come. Remember, you're the divine feminine, the magnetic. Opportunities that play will come, but like we have in the traditional, you know, Rider-Waite 9 of Wands, you might be a little tired. Like, yeah, there's still a little bit more to go to get to your 10 from the 9. But that also take rest in that, rejuvenate, use your Midas touch to turn wherever you are into a time of golden rest, even if it's for a day, even if it's for an hour, would make sense. Just going to help heal. For the divine masculine, the prince archetype, honesty is essential, my dear divine masculine prince. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner, particularly to yourself. Like when that child in your heart gets afraid. What makes men run away? What makes divine masculine? Forget, let's take it out of gender. What makes people afraid when it comes to situations like this? The child in their hearts that were abused and neglected are afraid of being abused and neglected, codependent, addictive, whether the source of the object of the addiction or the one addicted, right? It doesn't matter being vampire or victim. It sucks, codependency. It is a toxic thing that ruins lives. People forget that. It's like, oh, it's one of the okay addictions. There's no such thing. They're all here to help us learn, heal, grow, and heal, and heal, and heal. So the honesty there, right? Be honest with yourself. Think of the child, the inner child, as the heart chakra that remembers every cellular memory of every hurt, every abandonment, every rejection, right? Every abuse, every codependent moment, every loss. Be honest. Love that child. Particularly if you were ever lied to, deceived, or manipulated. Who the fuck hasn't been, right? Divine masculine. So really be honest with yourself. And then, of course, allow that honesty to, in its time, you can use your romantic charm. You can do it poetically, but communicate that to the divine feminine, whether things are going too fast or too slow, because I get you really want this, and you both have such a predominance of major arcana cards. The gods are at work here. How much do you really have to push it? She needs to rest. You need to be honest. Cool, cool. You're going to get what you want. This is lovely. I know plenty of people that would kill for this spread. The other one that I did, I can't remember every detail about it. The one that didn't make it to YouTube, the one I had to delete the footage. This one's better. I'm glad. I'm glad. One more card down. We are going to do the Journey of Love Oracle. You know, I read it right from the book. If you've been following me, it's lovely. It sums it up. The poetry of it, there's no way I can memorize every oracular meaning and every card and the poem. No, it's too well written. It's like a piece of art. And that's why I'll ever probably only use one of these cards for any reading or spread that I use them in, because it's enough. It's a whole meal. So please breathe as I tune. We started with the collective pantheons, we end with them. So please, my angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please, one card, a Journey of Love Oracle to encapsulate, to cross the T's and dot the I's of this Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise soulmate contract for December-ish 2019 and timeless. Whenever they're supposed to watch this, please, just one card, please, and this one right here for the Journey of Love Oracle. Sensual Awakening. I could say that you hit the fucking jackpot. Number 64, Sensual Awakening. Sounds a fuckload better than sensual sleeping. It's called getting drugged. That's no fun, unless you're doing it to yourself, and even then. 64. Yeah, I lived through the 80s. I'm a Gen Xer. Allow me. I have great stories. Stories make your fucking hair curl and then fall out, but stories nonetheless. 64. Sorry. 6 and 4 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. Look, Mark did math for you again. Shall we take a nice deep breath? Really pretty card. Lots of swirls, right? Not necessarily figures and people in there, but there's definitely something sensual about it. All those colors just a swirling around. Here we go. Within the sacred temple of your body, your soul experiences the vast buffet of life made manifest. Yes, it does. Your sensuality is a way for your soul to express appreciation, pleasure, and joy. Your sensuality is much like your creative energy. It needs to be expressed regularly, otherwise it can become muffled under a fuzz of too much thinking. Oh, use a different head. You are being called to experience your sensual nature again. You are beautiful and vivid. You are Aries. Striking and appealing. Allow your sensual appreciation for yourself and others to flow and enjoy this unique experience of being a soul awakening in a body's awakening. It's all love. And that's the thing. Sensuality and sexuality, not exactly the same thing. But in a reading like this, they're good bedfellows. That's a good way to say it, right? So think like crushed velvet pillow, right? Oh, right? Think warm, snuggly duvet. Oh, the scent. Here's a strong coffee and buttered toasted bagels on a Sunday morning on a tray being carried up to the bedroom by your sweetheart. Or maybe it's you, right? Breakfast in bed, the sunlight coming through, the kiss of a loved one first thing in the morning, but after toothbrush. You know what I mean? It's like, awaken that alive and in you. This oracle brings you guidance that your sensual nature needs to play, and your sensual nature needs to play, and it doesn't require an external lover to do so, comma, though that is one way, of course, exclamation point. Yeah. It can be expressed through massage, so down with that, creating art, lovely, spending time in nature, swimming, dancing mindfully, and so I guess, like, you know, mosh pits are straight out, feeling the sun or air on your skin, drinking aromatic tea, or taking a bath. Play with what feels good for you and enjoy the indulgence. It will bring you renewed energy, and apart from that, it's fun. Well, that's lovely. I mean, your sensuality, that this relationship is marked by something sensual, physical, tactile. Here is the poem, Please Breathe. This feels good. I dare not touch my heart's desire that sings a melody so still, and lights within a yearning fire a void that you alone can fill. I cannot say how my heart aches, nor speak the words as embers burn. Such blessings come to those who wait, a love that asks not in return. An open soul a risk must bear, to love without restrictions held, to reach another level rare, where two embraced are one as meld. To taste surrender's nectar sweet by piercing through the veil so thin, and bathe in joy as tears release, a promised dance begins again. Let's do your overview. We've got the Divine Feminine Midas Miser here. In the shadow, the miser, hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Understandable with that beaten and bruised bit in the traditional Nine of Wands indicated here in the Nine of Flames. The light attribute, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. Definitely feeling that for this Divine Feminine, particularly with that play card, with the card of celebration, revelation. In the mental field, the Fool, the Sun, totally feeling that here. This Divine Feminine is actually in really good shape, and yet rest and relaxation is essential. I mean, that's a lot of major arcana going on there and a lot of fire, right? So in the Nine of Flames, the Wanderer, wanting to move on, to wander. Not all who wander are lost, right? To find her last wand, right? To get that 10. But has the dreamer in the position of Earth, really has a dream, really has a vision, has the faith, is moving forward, certainly is willing to with that Nine of Flames in place. In the mind, in the air element, we've got celebration, the full circle. Things are being revealed to her. Pieces of the puzzle are hitting the table, and some big aha moments there, matched with the card of the Sun, that emotional light, the lightness, the joy, the happiness. It really is the joy of being Amaterasu, the Japanese goddess of the sun. Do the research there. And the voice of the soul, the point of view of the soul, is Six of Flames, Bastet play, very solar for a Divine Feminine, and yet a lot of major arcana and fire energy there. And with rest and relaxation is essential. Integrate some of that, darling. Go slow, particularly with that sensual awakening. Need not to binge, right? Take it slow. For the Divine Masculine, the Prince, who may be more into that overindulgence thing, princes usually are, the shadow attribute, using power for self-aggrandizement. So if it's just gluttony and greed, just to make himself, regardless of gender again, feel bigger than they actually are, then to really work that into the light attribute of romantic charm and potential for power. I may not be there yet, but I know I have potential. Yes, I want to make that more kinetic. It is a masculine masculine family archetype, more yang. So yes, of course I want to put that into being, put that into action and ground that any prince would in the light. What does he want? That 10 of Wands, right? The completion of the goal, the getting of the golden fleece, right? The landing on the beach. And here we see, like we often see in the 10 of Wands, an exhaustion at it being done. But this is something that has been wanted for both of them for so long. So yes, there may be that final collapsing into each other's arms, at least on his behalf, but there is none the less a journey worth taking now taken. And yet there is in his energy field here in the element of earth, the lovers, some sort of decision that has to be made to balance that love, wisdom, and power, that it need not be an either, or it might be very much a both, and, right? But nonetheless, a life-changing decision, no turning back. Yet you can always make decisions again later. That is true. You can always decide yet again, as the Course in Miracles repeats over and over again. Here in the mental field, though, we do have Dionysus, the card of the Fool, the willing to jump off the cliff, and she has the Fool in her element of earth. He has it in his element of air. For him, perhaps it's more mental contemplative or a mental jump, right? Really, really needing to jump, but for her, it's her dream coming true. And yet, there we go with the Wheel of Fortune in his emotional field, that this is his destiny. He knows this in his gut, that this is the warp and the wheel, the warp and the weave of it all. The wheel is turning, the fates are spinning, measuring, and cutting exactly what needs to be woven by the will of the gods into the divine plan, and this is all part of it. The time has come, has waited for this. Let's do that. And we have crowning that at the top, the voice of the soul there, the Three of Wands, about loyalty, fealty, honor, willing to do what is necessary to make this right. And of course, what's the whisper of love from the higher self? Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner, not just chopping people's heads off, being brutal with truth. Truth without compassion is brutality, but to do it in a loving manner, because this overall card, this Journey of Love Oracle here of sensual awakening, that individually, guys, divine masculine, divine feminine, feel it. Do what is necessary to activate and move into and become comfortable with the reawakening of your senses, because most likely not only going to bring you two closer together in a bit faster way in the quantum, but also so that you will be able to meet yourself in equal activity and receptivity. Well, there we go, my Aries collective. The leaf blowers are a-coming again. Man, there's a lot of fucking leaves. Well, I live in a tree, a coniferous and a deciduous tree area on Long Island. So I thank you so much for watching. What a brilliant, brilliant spread. Glad I got to do it again for you all. I like this one better. So wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the season. May the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in their soulmate contracts. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic soulmate contracts for the well-being of all. And here they come. They're going to blow my leaves away. So may your hair be blown back. May your holidays and your soulmates and all of your festivities be the very best and the very blessed for December 2019 and beyond, for the well-being of all. And so it is. I love you all so much. Thank you so much. Please do like and subscribe. But for now, my darlings, hail, farewell, and blessed be.